I'm just letting everybody get here. We'll watch some footage from yesterday while we wait for everybody. We're going to go through all of yesterday, talk about what happened, what you missed. Talk about how I got the best camera shot right there for sure. Look at all them cameramen. They're mad at Dad with a phone because he's in their shot. But look, Patrick's going to come out right here. Why wouldn't I set up right here? Ooh, that's a good one. Y'all want to watch it one more time? We'll watch it one more time just so that if you're just now getting here, you can get a shot of that. Then we'll go into some stuff. I got some other footage we can put up, but I'll let that roll one more time so everybody can get their screenshot. Put it on loop for a second. So this is downtown Cripple Creek. They bring him in a three truck caravan, and literally they want to block off more blocks. They actually want the defense wants multiple more blocks blocked off. They don't want cameras anywhere. They don't want cameras to see Patrick. Basically, they're basically going to give Patrick the superstar treatment. You don't have to be on camera. Forget the paparazzi. So they want to block off more blocks, more sidewalks. Especially want to knock this off. They don't want Dad with a phone to get the best shot. What? I call that dude double black eye because he had two black eyes when I was in jail. The guy that just opened the door for Patrick. Talking about domestic violence. That's double black eye if you've listened to my my jail stuff. So there goes. Oh, that was Pepperball. Pepperball just walked in. I don't have nicknames for those guys. I wonder if the media is mad at me because I'm in their shot. What do you think?
That's it, boys.
Chances are.
That's all she wrote.
Chances are they're upset at me for being in their shot. But it's all right. We don't. I'm gonna put the on. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Let's see if the superstar harasser, we can find her on camera. I'm gonna talk about all kinds of stuff today, by the way. So, but let's skip down here to. Let me get. Let's see. What is this? Oh, there's Sam. What do we got here? I think this is a cool shot of the courthouse right here. Let me think. Yeah, I think this is a good shot right here. Y'all should watch this one. We should throw this one up there. This is a good shot of the courthouse. What number is that? Oh, A222. Boom. I haven't even looked at this footage. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. I'm just kind of grabbing some clips from yesterday's camera. And want to see what I got here. Let's see what this shot is. Oh, yeah, so we're going to be close to here. All right. It was a pretty big media circus. So the cool thing, okay, a couple of things I want to tell you all about that I can talk about before I get going. I called up Sam's boss. You know Sam, KOA TV, Sam Fanboy, Sam TV, Sam Kramer TV. I called his boss up today, and he's a really nice man, by the way. And I had met him. He lives in Teller County. He lives right here in Teller County. And so I had met him before in Teller County. And so I decided, hey, I think there's a news story here that maybe I can get Sam on, or maybe me and Sam, because I'd like to do it with him. So I proposed this idea to Sam's boss, because I have tried to get a sit down like blog with Sam, or a sit down podcast with Sam. I've tried to like, hey, will you sit down with me and do a long form talk? And I couldn't get that. The powers that be, this guy that I called, said no, we can't do that. And according to Sam, the news station owns his image while he's on contract there. So what I did instead, I thought, let me see if I can talk to his boss. And so I called his boss up and had a great conversation. By the way, he watched the underground videos. He watched all the nonsense that went down. He told me that I need to call the U.S. Marshals. But anyway, I asked him. That's not why I called him. I didn't want to do a story about cops. I didn't want to do a story about any of that, because I know they can't do stories about that. The media cannot do that. They will not touch it. And so I wanted to do a story, though, about the media being kicked out of the courtroom. I wanted to talk about the cameraman who violated Supreme Court ruling, the Colorado Supreme Court ruling about zooming into documents. Now, there's a technical reason that the reason that happened was the cameraman was uneducated. But that's not his fault in a sense. He was white balancing his camera. When he zoomed into those documents, he was white balancing his camera, and that was a white piece of paper on the table. The defense looks at it and says, I cannot be trying to protect my documents on these tables from the cameras. And so that was a clear violation. And according to the news people down there at KOA, Sam's boss, according to Sam's boss, they have a case to stand on that they may get the media kicked out. I also told them that I'd like to, sit down and let's talk about that from an individual standpoint and from a media standpoint. From the media getting kicked out to the individual blogger that can't tweet. Because Sam's a perfect example of a news reporter that has utilized social media to tweet out this trial. And they're talking about banning live tweeting. So I want to do it. I'm going to talk about it for sure. I'm going to talk about it more. I'm going to do more, a couple of more podcasts on it. But more than that, I think the media needs to talk about it, because what Teller County's doing is trying to set a precedent to keep the people out of the courtroom. And that, my friends, speaking of, this is a 1904 courthouse built in 1904. Pretty sweet little courthouse, actually. I was getting a couple of shots for some folks. There's old Ma Frazee on the left there. Boom. Can't go into the door yet. It wasn't open. This is the courthouse of Teller County. So you're just seeing this is raw footage, by the way, folks. Raw footage. So I haven't edited it. I haven't even gone through it. So just getting some B-roll footage of the courthouse on the day that Patrick Frazee went to his arraignment and pled not guilty. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to show you all that again because I just missed half of it. I need to look at that again. So they're trying to ban tweeting from this courthouse. This courthouse has a terrible sound system, has a terrible acoustics in the courtroom. You can barely hear what's going on. So it's not even like the tweets could be even... So I know one person that's sitting in front of there, but I don't know that other girl. But I remember that other girl there. Maybe that's the girl who went to the court. I don't know her name. I don't know who that is. But it very well could be the girl that went to the courthouse and complained. Let's see if we get a better shot of her. I'll have to go do an analyzation to see who that girl is. I don't know who that is. But she was sitting there talking to somebody I know, so I can get a hold of the somebody I do know. Oh, no, I don't know either of those women. Those are friends of Patrick, though. Those are friends of Patrick. They were sitting. Those are women that were sitting by on Patrick's side, and the defense came and talked to them. Oh, maybe we have video. Maybe they considered this harassment. Me taking video of the courthouse at a public courthouse. I don't know. Could be anybody, guys. It really could be anybody. So anyway, you're looking at a video. We're just going through some video footage from yesterday, some stuff I haven't seen, and take some time to do it and talk about what's going on. That's a sweet shot, though. I hope they like it. Might have been a little bit overexposed, a little bright, but it was just so bright outside. Perfect. Let's see what other footage I got here. Anyway, y'all are getting to see a little bit of the raw files, and I'm just kind of wanted to see how things turned out. I hadn't really looked through. I haven't looked through any of this footage, and so thought I would go through it and see what's up. So y'all can go through it with me, and then we'll talk about some more stuff. I'm not watching chat right now because I'm looking for footage. I will watch chat here in just a second, though. So if you have a question, you can tweet that in, or don't tweet it in. You can chat it in. Oh, y'all want to do a drive down? Yeah, let's do a drive down Cripple Creek. Let's see how that shot came out. Oh, no, that's not the drive. That's the first street. I love Cripple Creek right there. I wonder if they have to get permits to block the sidewalk like that. The media. I wonder if the media has to get permits to block the sidewalk like that. Shoot. I must have accidentally pushed the stop streaming button, guys. Oh, shoot. I'll start it over again. Hopefully I'm back now. Let's see what happens. Sorry about that. I must have pushed the no streaming. I must have pushed the no streaming button. Sorry. D-Whopper's buffering. I don't know what happened, kids. I must have pushed the stop streaming button in OSB. Hopefully we're back live. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we are. Now we're back. Cool. All right, we're back live. Bingo. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. I must have pushed the stop streaming button in OSB. But now we should be going live. This is downtown Cripple Creek. We're driving down the main street of Cripple Creek. Cripple Creek is a town built on the money of gambling, prostitution, and gold. Basically, it's the gold rush town of Colorado. This is just outside of this town is the largest gold producing mine in the U.S., I believe. One of the largest. Maybe not the largest, but one of the largest. We're coming right down through the center of town. This town is burned up twice, I think. That's what they say. That's the rumors. The Christmas casino on the right, all the way down this strip, is all owned by Bronco Billy's Casino. Shout out to Bronco Billy's and Hometown Cafe. We're going to roll right past the courthouse. I was trying to get a cool little shot for a production company that's looking for footage. They're looking for stuff for the True Crime Network, for ID, Discovery, Oxygen, and who else do they come to when? Oh, that's not the shot. Dang it. Maybe we got another shot. One more second. Let's find the next one. Who do they come to when they need footage? They come to me. Them news dudes. Those news dudes break the law. You can't be breaking the law in the courtroom. Remember, they're all upset about that sorry ass coverage that they should just let Dad with the phone in. He knows the rules. He knows not to be going down there and videoing in the don't be videoing the documents. What kind of amateur? We were talking about that earlier just a second ago because they What is this? I'm trying to find the next shot downtown. Maybe this one? No. Where's that? What's this one look like? What's this one doing? This is the second drive-by shot. This is drive-by the courthouse again. This is back the other way down Main Street. Courthouse is on the left there. Didn't really get the shot I wanted, actually. Shoot! That's not the one I wanted. Sorry, kids. Y'all are just getting to see all my raw footage. Just kind of looking through stuff before I send some stuff off today. Good day for raw footage. Let's see here. So I just showed that one, so it has to be this one. Bingo. Let's see. This one should be the drive-by courthouse. There's one that I wanted. I think this is going to be the drive-by courthouse. Nice. See how my tilt goes here. Oh, a little fast. A little fast, Michael. A little fast. That was not what I wanted. Oh, now I got it. Oh, that'll work. That shot right there will work. For sure. Oh, yeah. That one will work. Next thing with the drone shot. Absolutely fits. Absolutely. Not bad there. I like that shot.
Join us.
I definitely like that shot. I definitely like it. All right. I got some drone footage we'll look at too. Let's see what y'all been talking about in chat. Doop-a-doop. Uh-oh, wasn't earbud friendly? I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Snagging stop sign, married, Wild Wild West. We are out of the vehicle. No worries. Dad's fault. We were riding the fender. All right. Buffering. We're back up. Sweet. I got some sweet drone footage too, but I'm not going to bore y'all with that right now. Why can't I go to live chats? Live chat. There we go. All right. Let's do the breakdown. Breakdown from the court yesterday. Basically, pretty normal, except that it was a full house. There was a couple of reasons why it was a full house. One reason why is because there was actually two hearings going on. There was the criminal hearing, and then there was the probate hearing, the custody battle. The criminal hearing went pretty predictable if it come in a sense from me. I figured if he didn't get a deal that he was gonna sign, then he was gonna plead not guilty. Now, when you plead not guilty, there are some things that have to happen. There has to be certain dates that are set. And they have set some dates, some motion dates, some hearing dates, some testing dates. They've set some different dates along the way that are going to be vital, be critical in this case. One will be a hearing about evidence that will not get in, evidence that will get in. Some evidence that they presented at the pretrial is not necessarily going through to the trial. You have to understand that, because in the pretrial, they made it very, very clear that hearsay evidence was going to be admissible. In the trial stage of this system, hearsay evidence is not admissible always. There can be some hearsay evidence admissible, but that evidence is going to be backed up with something. They're going to have some evidence to back it up. So it was fun to see in a sense that over the next couple of months into October, the trial date is set for October 25th, 24th, somewhere right in there. I don't have it right off the top of my head. You guys can look all that stuff up. I'm not trying to talk like detailed dates and times and all that stuff, but there's going to be some July hearings and August hearing. There's going to be, and then you got a 3-week trial plan. When they say 3 weeks, what they mean is we estimate this trial is going to take 3 weeks. It could take longer. It could take shorter. There could be a whole mix of things that come into play when they get into the trial phase. The biggest question I've been asked now is, are you going to go to the trial? Well, one, I don't even know if I'm allowed to go to the trial. You saw me yesterday. I asked the DA's office, actually. I asked head DA. He didn't want to comment. I asked the second DA. She didn't want to comment. And then I even asked the PR lady from the DA. She didn't have a comment. And so I don't know why I've been listed as a witness other than the fact that they listed me as a witness. I hope that it's for like some actual footage. It's for some drone footage. It's for a statement that maybe I made that I didn't know I was making a witness statement. What I don't hope is that it's for it was for shits and giggles of the judicial system, because they're making but more and more, the more and more we go through this thing, I actually think it could be just for shits and giggles of the defense and the state together. They're like, remember when we screwed that dude dad with a phone out of going to the trial? It could simply be for shits and giggles, because based on the other stuff that's happening along the way. And so if it's for shits and giggles, it is simply the story of the system in which we have created. These guys play shits and giggles with real people's stories, especially when it comes to murder trials. So anyway, I asked them about that a little bit. Let's see, what else? Motions to suppress or to sequester is the word they used. Media. They are going to consider me all of a sudden like. First of all, I'm not media when it comes to getting media. They have never once sent me a press release. They have never once sent me a downloadable press folder. They've never once given me. They actually told me I'm not press. They wouldn't give me press credentials. But make no mistake about it. When they suppress the media, they're going to suppress bloggers, tweeters, everybody, public or not. Now, it's going to be hard-pressed to tell me that I don't have an interest in this case or a valid interest when I live on the same street. Y'all like how I'm using that word now, street? As Kelsey. His condos are on. So it's going to be hard to say that I'm not public. But it'll probably be pretty easy to say that I'm media because it's social media. I don't think they're going to find a body at all. I think they definitely. I think this is playing out just like Patrick, Sean, Kelsey, or KK, Michelle, who all the people are, whoever everyone is, initial, right? Whoever those people are that were involved with this case, I believe this is playing out in a scenario they saw coming. Like, they saw this coming, so they prepared for this. Do you understand? Like, they saw this coming, so maybe they didn't want to get caught. Maybe they wanted people to think Kelsey just vanished, right? And that was the first plan, right? But if that plan fails, okay, how are we going to deal with if they do start pressing us? How are we going to deal with this? Okay, KK, you're going to tell this elaborate story. Let me tell you the story you're going to tell. And then Patrick, you're going to keep your mouth shut. You're not going to say a word. Sean, I got to keep my job because I need the inside tab on what's happening to you. I need to get you the right prosecuting or the right defense attorney. I got to get things in order here. So let's just say our relationship is estranged. Omar Frazee, you're going to plead the fifth. But Omar, if in fact they ask you to testify, we want you to ask for immunity, and then we want you to corroborate KK's story. Because if they corroborate KK's story, Patrick's still free right now. Because KK's story can't be corroborated because there's no body, there's no bat, there's no cleaned up materials, there's no whatever, you know. So what if this story was just laid out? I mean, I know a lot of people are like, Michael, that's so far-fetched. That conspiracy is so far-fetched. They had a conspiracy enough that KK said, I turned on the cell phones to make them automatically ping so that you guys could see it. They tell that story. And so they tell that story already. That they already made up this information that she was going to do this, that she was going to, like, they made this story up. This was a planned out, thought out plan, no matter how you look at it. Now the question you have to ask yourself, how planned was it? Was it planned down to Patrick pleading not guilty, ready to go to trial? Because he knows that even the story KK tells is so far from the truth that if they prove that shit, they're going to do some dirty shit along the way to prove it, right? We already know that Patrick lied. The lie is what does it for me. Not all the evidence that they tell about, that KK tells, not the phone pings, none of that does it for me. What does it for me is he lied and they recorded it. Now, whether or not that recording they played, so they played that recording in the pretrial, whether or not that recording is going to make it into trial is a different story. There's also pictures and video and that they haven't shown us. Walmart video, Safeway video, Sonic video, Int video, Conoco video. Remember? Movie. They want to make a movie. See, if you can make this into a movie now, if you get to paint the story yourself, you don't get to tell the facts because the facts are going to be suppressed because they're not going to allow me. They are going to, I think they're going to I think they're going to block media. I think they're going to block a camera for sure. I think they might even get tweets, which at that point means no cell phones in. They're going to just say no cell phones. Check your cell phone at your car. Dude, that would be awesome. People think that I'm upset because they didn't let cameras in. I'm actually cool with that. I don't think cameras should be in the courtroom, especially if you're going to hire amateurs. I mean, if you're going to do cameras, the way to do cameras is this. Robotic cameras set up in discrete places that are not distracting. Professional outside the courtroom, mixing maybe 3 camera angles so that you can stay live but go off of key things when they're showing paperwork, when they're showing documents that you don't want to be broadcast. You need to be able to cut away from that stuff. I'm not a courtroom camera person, but I've made a living behind the camera for over 25 years and have recorded multiple multi-camera shoots. I know a professional if you guys need one. Y'all let me know. I even know, I know the boy that's got the robotic cameras sitting in a case ready to go, the controllers, all that stuff. We could set up in one of those back rooms. We could have good audio, and you guys could do this right instead of having amateurs from the news station. I mean, you guys know that when it comes to news cameramen, let's be honest, these are the bottom of the barrel folks. Only because this is not glamorous work. It's not glamorous. You see what those guys did? Sit out in the sun all day for 3 seconds. I mean, they got girls dropping cameras outside yesterday. I'm just being honest. Like when you go to film school, you're not like, I want to be an anchorman, cameraman. It's normally like, It's a career, and you can make money. Don't make no mistake about it. You can make money doing it. You can live off it, but it's not like creative. It's not like super. Well, even beyond that is courtroom cameraman. Can you imagine the courtroom cameraman? Except that they get to hear some pretty good stories. So, either way, they're gonna block cameras. They ain't gonna let no cameras in there. Ain't no cameras. Barely gonna let a tweet go. They ain't gonna let no cameras. They ain't gonna let no damn cameras. A sniper should be in the courtroom. A sniper? I don't understand that. They put snipers on top of the building during the pretrial. They had video. My wife has video of snipers up on the building, or at least officers up on the buildings with long run. I would hardly call any law enforcement in Teller County a sniper, but they did put some officers on top of the building with long rifles, so you could become a sniper once. Like the sun shines on a dog's butt every once in a while. So yeah, they could probably get a sniper shot off from up there. I know you were kidding, silly. No, it's for real, though. They put one on top of the building, Rose. They did. They put them on top. The gain is, they think the gain is a fair trial. Listen, they have an argument according to the news guy. The guy who runs the news, he said he's reviewed the footage. And because the Denver cameraman up at whatever station zoomed in on some documents and zoomed in on the mouths of the conversations happening, the defense attorney is saying, listen, I cannot have to protect. Like, in other words, the defense attorney doesn't want to be like, oh, I got to cover these documents, or I got to cover my mouth so I can say something. Not from the people in the courtroom, because you can't hear shit anyway, but from a camera and directional microphones. Oh, hell, you can pick up a lot of stuff if you know what you're doing. Now, they put the guys in here that don't really know what they're doing. They may admit it. They're going to hate me. Dude, these guys hate me anyway. I'm okay with a little hate from the traditional media. It's when the guys with guns start coming after you. We should get to that. We should talk. That was it. Really overtook my day because Nikki, let me see. Where's my wife? I want to get her to bounce me something. I want to talk. I talked to an employee. Somebody asked me about this, so I need to get my wife to send me the video. There was an employee from DOS at the courtroom yesterday. I saw him walk in. I tweeted about it. And then afterwards, I saw him leaving. And so I just said, hey, can I speak with you for a second? And I talked to him for just a few minutes. You know, asked him, is he a pilot at DOS? We worked with DOS. And he knew Kelsey, trained with Kelsey, worked with her, flew with her. And, you know, had been there to support the family and, you know, keep just a look on the situation. Zane, can you go get Mom's phone until I need to use it for a sec? So the guy from DOS was there just really for support. You know, he had been at the yeah, so that's why he was there, just to support, family support. But I got a video of him that I'll throw up there here in just a second when I get this video comes to me. Let's see what else. The suppression of the media is going to be an interesting thing because the media's got lawyers. So these guys are already going to have lawyers to file motions, but really it's up to the judge. The judge said he's not. So there was a couple of things. One, they put in a motion to increase security. Right? They're like, people are too close to Patrick. You can see how far away we are on both sides because you can see the media on one side, you can see me at the roadblock on the other. On this in this video right here. So what they're trying to do is they want to block. They want to block more. They want to block farther away from the courthouse. They want to be able to take the roadblocks farther back. They want to probably the sidewalk that I walk down right here next to the vehicles. That sidewalk, they probably want to be able to block that so that you can't walk that close, right? And even right here. So I'm one person, right? You see the one it was me, Nikki, and Trevor from the TMJ. We're sitting right here and we're videoing these three vehicles. So that's a 2-lane road. I'm a little zoomed in right now. And you can see how far away, I guess if somebody was going to try to do something, yeah, this would be. The Cripple Creek Police Department is on the left-hand side and the courthouse. Now, you see where they have this sidewalk blocked off? That's because it starts in front of the courthouse, so they can block that off. They can't necessarily block off the sidewalks in front of people's homes, but yet they can. All they got to do is get permission. And so the judge said that security is 100% Teller County Sheriff's responsibility. With that being said, if Teller County decides, you know what, let's send them back another block, they can block off Main Street in Cripple Creek, folks. They can shut the whole damn town down if they want to. And so it's an interesting thing when it comes to how much security they're giving this guy. And why? The most people that are there, look, most of all of those people are media. And can they close the airways? Yeah, they could, in a sense, close the airways because the Teller County Courthouse is what we call a soft landing zone. And so I've even restrained from flying my drone when Patrick is actually getting out of the vehicle. I've actually said I'm not gonna fly my drone because that could, if interfere in a sense of it could be because they could say, oh, that was a threat or whatever, because they don't have control. So they have told me that if I'm going to fly, let them know. I've done that. If, that if a helicopter comes in, obviously I need to be careful, all that stuff. But these are just normal things a drone pilot thinks about anyway. So, but I was joking about it yesterday when we were doing when they were doing the custody hearing. I was like, I wonder if I can fly up next to, because I can fly my drone inside a room if I want to, but they have the windows open. And so if I flew in the right spot, I could potentially get video. Oh, I could eventually get, video of Patrick sitting in court. But then I was like, dude, they're probably going to, it said, yes, it's airdropping now. They're probably going to try to tell me no way and shoot my drone out of the air. So I was like, I ain't going to do that. But they could shut down the airways. It doesn't take that much to shut down. All you have to do is call the FAA, tell them the reason, and then they could shut it down if they wanted to. I don't think they're going to do that because it does take, work, and these guys don't like to work. So, all right, I'm gonna drop another video on, or maybe I can show it straight from my. I wonder if I can show it straight from my phone here. Let's see what happens if I do this. Add camera source. See if I can add my camera source. Oh, Michael's phone. Bingo. Okay. So now, so this is the DOS employee. You know, stop by and talk to him for a second. You know, just had a little conversation with him. I don't think you can. There's no audio on here right now, but I was just talking to them for a second. He's a pilot at DOS, and you know, gave me a little information. I asked him about Kelsey a little bit, but mainly just wanted to talk to him, and he asked me where he could see my stuff, and I told him, and was like, yeah. So he showed up in a pilot uniform, right? It wasn't like he was incognito, and so I didn't feel like I was doing anything inappropriate. He was leaving court, so and he stayed there and talked to me for a little bit. So anyone in this video could actually be the woman who claimed harassment against me, because court is over. We were waiting. So I don't think it was these people, obviously. They were leaving. They had left already. But it was interesting because there's gonna be more and more people that show up. You know, like the Teller County Sheriff is putting out these rumors that all these crazies are showing up, right? The truth is, it's people who care about Kelsey. This is not an easy place to get to. It's not a... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you have a couple of them. It's not an easy place to get to. It's not something like you're just going to be like, oh, let's drive down to Denver today, right? You're going to have to make a day trip of it. You're going to have to do something. So they haven't told me who yet, but they supposedly have somebody's name that they're supposedly going to put on the case, and they have like 72 hours or so to respond to me about my request for the case. But I've already spoken with my lawyers and sent them the video, and we're gonna be in Cripple Creek in a couple of days, and he said we'll go through and file anything, that they'll get all the motions and find out what they need and stuff like that. So So, Inchway. So that was DOS. Oh, let's see what else the footage did I get. I think I got, if there's anything worth looking at. I know I got a couple other, I got a lot of good shots. I guess I could go get my drone video if I wanted to. Let's see, what else did they talk about? Really, not much, not a ton. If you missed me getting pulled over, actually they pulled my wife over because she was driving. They didn't have any probable cause via the traffic stop, but they made a traffic stop based on, I don't know what it was based on, because the story has changed twice now. 1, they didn't know who it was. 2, they knew who it was. 3, they didn't know who it was. 4, they got the information. I'm going to get it. 5, they're still investigating. So this is still an open case. They may just show up and be like, hey, Michael, we're... You know what I was mad? You know, one shot I did miss because I was getting you on live video is the leaving. How about that? It was terrible. The one we waited forever, you know, when Patrick was trying to come out. We were waiting for Patrick to come out of the probate hearing case. And I'm all paying attention, got everything going. And then you guys, we didn't know when he was going to come out. And so we were all set up there waiting. And I turned my head and was trying to be ready, right? When he came out, they were about to start the press conference. They went ahead and did the press conference. If you haven't watched the press conference, the best audio one is when on one of the news stations, because they have mics, all that set up. I don't need to set all that stuff up because they do all that. And I can go rip their audio. It's pretty easy to do that. So what I'm trying to find now is the video when Patrick actually leaves the building. I got a little upset at myself because I was messing with my stupid cell phone and ended up missing the good shot. But you can't get them all, kids. Can't get them all. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what this is. Oh, no, this is the leaving. Oh, that's right. I was shooting in super slow-mo, too, which is going to probably lag. Let me see if I can find the other shot, though. Yeah, it's going to lag because I'm in, like, super slow-mo. He's got nice vehicles hauling him, at least. They got them on Uber fleet, I guess. Got them on a fleet plan. They got a whole fleet of vehicles, but they got these new ones, I guess, that they've been using. Oh, I was happy about the long shot I got afterwards. I think this is the one. Let's try. See if this is it. Oh, yeah, this is the shot where he comes out, and I miss it. I was so upset at myself. I still get him, but you'll see. It's not a very good shot of him. I mean, I don't miss a ton, but right now I'm looking at the phone going, oh, crap, y'all aren't pushed in. Let me get it pushed in. And that's a pepper ball right there. That's the girl that says she want to pepper ball someone. Feeling cute. Think I got a pepper ball. Oh, there he is. So I got him for a second, and then he goes out of frame. I can't believe I wasn't paying attention, Michael, you slacker. Anyway. So that's what we found out yesterday. Patrick is, you're not receiving enough data. What do you mean I'm not receiving enough data? All right. So, yeah, let's address the big elephants in the rooms that people are like, Michael, you should have. You ruined your witness. Listen, if you have been harassed as much as I've been harassed from law enforcement, you just want to start cussing and screaming. Listen, there are organizations, right? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. There are organizations around the country right now that have contacted me that have said, Michael, we'll pay your bail. We'll do whatever you want. We want you to go full force Second Amendment audit on these guys. Now, I don't know what you guys know about that, but basically that is video everything they do. Go in front of their police stations, go in front of their campuses, their jails, their training facilities, and literally go out and chase police officers with cameras. Right now, across the country, that's happening. I do not want to do that shit. I have people yesterday message me from the sheriff's office that said this was a planned arrest. I have then press people who said they were told to have their cameras ready. Dad with a phone was going to jail at court. These are things that went down. These are credible sources that have come to me after the fact, after they watched the video and said, I'm like, why the hell did y'all not call me beforehand? I told them, I said, y'all are worse than the KK's friends. KK goes and tells that she's going to do a murder and they just let it happen. Somebody says, oh, they're going to plan an arrest on Michael. They're going to plan an arrest on him. Why didn't y'all give me a warning? If they were going to arrest you, I would have told you. That's what I got to say to those people that knew beforehand. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe maybe I've shut down. OSB has probably shut me down. Is YouTube even working? Nevertheless, I am not going to try to be a Second Amendment auditor. And I sure as hell ain't trying to get arrested. I don't even know if I'm still live. Why are you not receiving enough information? Did I get blown out already? Jeez. YouTube. Stop the stream. I don't know if I'm live or not. Could be, could not be. What's my computer on? My internet is slowing down. Peak internet. Are you working with the cops? Peak internet. I've had such good success. YouTube is not receiving enough info. Why aren't you receiving enough info, YouTube? Is OSB jacking around on me? Did I stop the stream? Did I freeze? Am I gone? Did I disappear? Why is it black? I don't understand the blackness of this whole thing. YouTube said, Michael, you can't talk about the police. You talk about the police, we cut you off. I don't know if I'm live. Nobody's here. I'm definitely not seeing chats. You're in slow motion. That's what it said. I'm trying to keep the recover, but we'll see. Oh, maybe now. Control room. Control room still moving slow. Control room still moving slow. We might have to stop it over, kids. Woot woot. I don't know. Look at your phone. You're here. Oh, look on your phone. You're here. Good. I was trying to. Good. Now I'm back. My computer's jacking around with me. Now people are texting me. You're still live. That's what they just texted me. That's funny. Oh, wait. Don't want to give away the number. Maybe I already did. Who knows? You're still live. All right. Anyway. Whoop, whoop. Anyway, where was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. I done got sidetracked. Oh, somebody said I did that thing on purpose, that I sent someone into the courtroom. Listen, I am not filing charges against myself. I promise you that. I promise you. So it could have been by the cops. It could have been by somebody with daddy issues. Could have been the wife of a cop. Could have been I don't see the fan. I mean, could it have been a Barrett? I guess. I didn't really. No, they weren't there. It could have been like maybe it was some crazy undercover. So there was probably 5 or 6 people that came up to me and said hello. Like, we watch you, Dad with a Phone. We watch Underground. There's 5 or 6 women, different people come up to me and talk to me for a little bit. So could have been any one of those people. Absolutely. Shoot, there was we went to lunch with a stranger, and I was teasing her. I was like, "Are you calling the cops on me?" So could have been anyone. What I think it is Woodland Park PD, Teller County, Cripple Creek they're all in a competition. They want to know who's going to get Dad with a Phone first. Instead of going after murderers, instead of making sure KKs are locked up, the real threat is the Dad with the Phone. I ain't going to lie. But who am I a threat to? Am I a threat to myself? No. Am I a threat to you physically? No. Am I a threat to anyone physically? No. Am I a threat to your job? Maybe. Am I a threat to your livelihood? Maybe. Am I a threat to city council's positions and election positions? Maybe. If a Dad with the Phone can change an election, maybe he's dangerous, you know? And so, but they don't want to talk to me about that. They would rather just harass me. right? Multiple people have gone to law enforcement and said, why don't you work with him? Why don't you talk to him? Why don't you have conversations with the citizens in your town that actually care about shit? Because I can tell you right now, the last city council meeting I was at, there were 2 people there, me and one other person, outside of city employees, outside of people who worked for the city. So when it comes to caring citizens, very few people care more about this town than I do. Bottom line, very few people have worked with as many businesses up and down the strip. Very few. I'm still working for businesses. I'm working for some of the best in their fields. And those people are like, man, I keep getting phone calls about why I'm working with you. And the only thing I can tell them is your work's better than everyone else's. And they're like, yeah, but do you listen to him on social media? And they're like, yeah, we like it. So I could shut up. I could move tomorrow. I actually can't move. I can't move. They told me I can't move. So they're stuck with me now. Yeah, they're stuck with me for at least another 2.5, 3 years, right? Or 2 years. They're stuck with me for 2 years at least in Woodland Park. I may, if they wanted to come to me and said, hey, they want me to leave, I've told you, I've said it directly on live videos. If you want Dad with the phone to not talk about your business, your police work, your city council member, your judge, your attorney, your people, if you don't want me to talk about the coroner's office, if you don't want me to talk about the elected officials in town, if you don't want me to talk about the police chief and the corruption, you have one option to shut Dad with the, well, I guess you got 2 options. You can kill me. I guess 3 options. You could kill me, you could put me in jail, or probably the safest and cheapest option is to stick a big fat envelope of money underneath my door and just tell me which organization to lay off of. So Woodland Park, if you want me to shut up, put a big fat envelope underneath the door and say, Woodland Park PD would like you to be quiet on the underground. I'll thank you for sponsoring this show. Teller County Sheriff's Office. If you got a problem with a video I put up, stick a big fat envelope under there and say you would like to buy the rights to that video, and I will shut that video down. Cripple Creek Police, the smallest police station in America. It's cheaper and better on you to just stick an envelope of money under my door. I don't need to pay you guys. I'm not going to pay you to shut up. But you can definitely, it's not even extortion, I don't even think. I think if you just sponsor a silence campaign, you could say, Michael, we want to do a silence campaign for this election, city officials. City officials, if you would like the Woodland Park Underground to shut his mouth on the underground, stick you a big-ass envelope underneath my door and say, hey, could you shut up about the city officials? That's how the world works. Like, you can hire my silence. Yeah, you guys know that's some funny stuff. Come on. You know it's funny. Don't get mad at me. Just cracking some jokes. Just cracking some jokes today. Hey, I did a live comedy show last night. It was easy. After being pulled out of your car and harassed on the side of the road in Cripple Creek to get up in front of like 30, there wasn't a big, it was like 30, 40 people. It's just a small ass room in Manitou, right? Some brilliant comedians. Oh, God, it was brilliant. And Cliff Cash, Sherry Howard, maybe. Sherry Howard, Sherry Howe, Sherry, God, I'm probably saying her name wrong. And then Hippie Man was there. And I got to MC it, told a few murder jokes, told a few dick jokes, told a few vibrator jokes. It was fun. Fun stuff. And didn't even cuss. Did I? I might have cussed once. Was it? So it was sold out for sure. Sold out, packed house. I even made money, which makes me a professional comedian now. I got paid to be there. I tried to give the money back, and she wouldn't take her money back. I was like, well, I'm going to take your money then. That makes me a professional host because I got paid. I deserve a big pile of money. You can PayPal that big pile of money to michaeldalton2@mac.com. Very little fees. YouTube gets nothing. If you send money to my PayPal, not 1 cent of that goes to YouTube. Or you can just watch. So, let's see here. So that was actually a pretty exciting. You know, stand-up comedy is about the hardest form of public speaking you can do. I can get up in front of 10,000 people and talk about a subject that I'm aware of and know what I can talk about almost any subject if I have some sort of knowledge about it. To get up and make people laugh, to be funny, on purpose at a comedy show, golly, this is meticulous, calculated education. Word bending truth. You got to be very, very smart. Some of these guys have written out entire bits that when you listen to it, you know it's a rehearsed, straight up bit. Should have Mrs. Underground tape it. Absolutely not. I did a comedy bit at Looney's. And my buddy taped it and put it up on social media. You could probably find it if you know where to look. But it's the absolutely most horrible thing in the world to do. I can't barely watch my own. I don't even watch these lives back. Somebody says to me, remember that live you did where you said this? And I'm like, yeah, not. I don't remember a damn thing I say. I can't remember what I said 20 minutes ago. I could barely remember the subjects we talked about in this live video. I can't barely read. People try to get mad at me when I say I can't read. When I'm looking, I should have Mrs. Underground tape it. I could read that. And I could tell you, no, she didn't. I don't even know if she took a picture. Probably didn't even happen because the picture wasn't taken. When someone texts you and they're like, I don't dare call in because everybody thinks I'm the prankster. Yeah. Hey, listen, I thought you were a prankster, girl. She's watching my live. I thought you were a prankster. There you go. Answered your text. If y'all want to call in, I guess we could do a call-in show. If y'all got any more questions, call in right now, or I'm shutting this mother down. Let me put up my phone number. Oh, there's the phone number live on the intraweb. If you want to get crazy phone calls, all you got to do is put your live internet web phone number up. Phone number's up. Call-ins are welcome. Tell me what you think about the not guilty plea from Patrick Frazee. Tell me what you think's next. Do you think they have enough physical evidence? Do you believe KK? That's one that I like to hear. If you say, I straight out believe the whole candle, bat story, tooth, cleaned up the blood in 4 hours after it sat for 2 days. Come on, folks. Had me a foot-long hot dog and a couple of drinks. And I was scared out of my mind. Damn, you see that girl playing with her hair in the Sonic video? That girl wasn't scared. She was doing that like I just did a day of work, girl, 4-hour cleanup. I don't believe a word she said. I believe she was a part of the murder. I believe that Kelsey deserves better. I believe Kaylee deserves better. And I believe that the law enforcement of today screwed up and they let a murderer go because they didn't have anything else. If you don't call in, I'm getting off. 10. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to put a time limit on you. I guess I could look at some more footage. Let me see what else. If I got any other clips I want to look at. I guess I could get my drone footage. The drone footage I could just let play. I got some good stuff from the drone footage. Let's see what we got here. I do have the, maybe the, press conference. What if we played that? But my angle shows everything. So if you need audio, go get audio from one of the news peeps. You don't need audio from me because here we go. Let's pull that one in. So what is that? That's 414. Media source. So now you can see the circus of media people were there. You know, this is what I'm trying to tell you, that the threat isn't from the outside. If it's from anyone, it's from like the it's from somebody crazy because
Inmate, Mr. Attorney, today in court, the defendant pled not guilty. The judge set a trial date for October 28th. The judge set a court date today of October 28th after the defendant pled not guilty. We have set 2 motion hearing dates out in the future.
Check and
Also,
check.
one of
We'll
them
see.
is on June 14th.
If
The
I
court
can
also
hear
entered some orders
this.
about
It's
the press in
from
the courtroom. It sounds like he's not going to allow
somebody crazy because
he took some other motions under advisement. The judge said a general payment will be the judge described the day of October.
On June 14th, we'll be hearing a motion for consumptive testing. I think it's been brought forth before that part of the procedures, anytime we are proceeding forward with forensic testing, if it's determined that the testing would be consumptive, that is, the defense expert would not be able to obtain their own sample and do their own independent testing. Anytime there's consumptive testing of an item, we have a hearing on that, and the court will make appropriate orders as to how that testing is to be completed. And that is what is going to be heard on June 14th. That, I'm sorry, in regards to the because we have to have a ruling from the court in order to determine how the procedures will be handled in regards to the consumptive testing. So we have not had that hearing yet, and that hearing is going to be held on June 14th.
What is that piece of evidence?
I can't speak to that at this point because I don't believe that has been it has not been public yet. It has not been discussed in the courtroom, but that item will be discussed on June 14th.
Is just a single item?
At this point, yes, it's just one single item.
Is there more physical evidence beyond that?
In terms of, there is multiple items that are being tested at the Colorado Bureau of Justice.
What are your thoughts about no evidence found in the land search for quite some time?
I don't really have any thoughts as to that. It was the Woodland Park Police Department that conducted that search.
Will you guys be seeking the death penalty?
Colorado statute outlines when and how that procedure is to be followed, and I believe Mr. May spoke to that at our last court date to all of you about how that would be handled.
How difficult is it to get a conviction on the line?
I can't really answer that question.
Are you concerned that person is?
We have brought forth the charges that we feel are supported by the evidence. There was a probable cause hearing, as you were all at, in February. The court has found probable cause, found it over for trial. So that speaks to what the evidence shows.
So safe to say you still believe you can get a conviction, body, no body, doesn't matter?
I believe that we have probable cause to go forward with the charges.
As part of Crystal's plea, she agreed to continue to cooperate with everybody. Do you anticipate she will be testifying at trial now that there'll be a trial?
I anticipate that she will be testifying at trial.
Her credibility, given that she has all these cases in the world.
One of those questions we can't answer. You know that at this stage we can answer things that are in the public record, but we're not going to comment on trial strategies or how this trial is going to progress. We're not in that stage. Colorado law,
process as to whether you proceed the death penalty or not? What kind of factors that you'll weigh?
That's a good question. A lot of people think because you commit a first-degree murder that you can seek the death penalty, and that isn't what Colorado law allows. So if I want to kill somebody and intend to kill them, I plan it out and I go out and the most heinous way to kill somebody, there's nothing in that scenario that I just mentioned that allows you to seek the death penalty under Colorado law. We have a list of statutory aggravators that are in the statutes. You can look them up and everybody in the public can. You have to have one statutory aggravator in order to seek the death penalty in those cases. For example, the first one in there is that you killed a police officer, you killed a judge. It's things like that that you have to have. If you don't have one of those, you cannot seek the death penalty. We certainly have to look at that. There are evidence certainly law enforcement, maybe the victims' families, taking in our jurisdiction, we have a defense. That'd be a question to ask Frazee's team. I don't believe that was put on the public record. It's currently the case of second trial in this court and second starting in October 20. Because I wish we could follow this on the Frazee team. In 3 weeks, you think that's all that is? I would hope so. Part of it is that's the entire length of the trial. The jury and all the closing arguments. All be in there. All parties felt this was appropriate.
On the consumptive testing, is this evidence that's already been looked at before and then it's been retested with the defense? Is that how I'm trying to figure out how that works?
That's a good question. It has not been tested in any manner yet. What has occurred is that the lab has looked at that item of evidence and determined that any testing they were to do on that item would be consumptive. So they cease all testing on that item. They have not done any testing yet. They have to wait for an order from the court to allow them to proceed forward with the testing. That's probably a question better for a scientist, but my understanding of this particular item is that it could be because it's small, it could be that the evidence that they're trying to obtain from it may be of such limited quantity in the item itself that they can't do that without consumptive testing. There's just a lot of factors that can go into
Has Patrick been issued a bond, or will he be issued a bond?
As what occurred at the preliminary hearing, he is being held without bond. Proof evident presumption great was found at that time, which means he will be continue to be held without bond.
Can you tell what's happening now, or can you talk about what's going on right now since he's still here?
Right. The criminal matters are over for the day, so anything else we are not privy to, and it's something I would be able to comment on. I don't think even if I was privy to it, but it is not something that falls on.
Characterization or their request to sort of further the press coverage or communication from inside the court for the next couple of hearings of the trial?
The press has filed a motion to sanction the press and to prevent press from being in the courtroom in the future. Our office took a position that no position. We left that up to the judge, and so we're not taking a position on that. I did mention on the record that the press itself may have a position. The press is a party to that particular motion, and so that if somebody from the press wants to either hire an attorney or just stand up yourself and represent the press in that way, you can do that. But they think the question is sanctioned at this point. That's what the judge will have a bench hearing on. The judge took it under advisement. I think the judge said that he wanted to view the video that was put out there before. The defense pointed out some things like the camera and documents on the table that violate state violations of process law. And so they were concerned that in the future that would be process. That's not
Based on your experience in cases like these, if you reasonably believe the defense to ask for change of venue?
Again, you have to ask the defense whether they want to add to the factors or whether that's an indication. There's different ways you can get to that point, but you have to ask them.
Are there going to be any charges against the security guards in the steps?
How will we work out the city's there is no set timeline. Part of it is making sure we got all the parts.
We shouldn't take from that there will be charges.
Is your office investigating any other people besides Gary?
Thanks, Sam. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you soon.
Check, and we're back. So there you go. There's some shots from the press conference. I wasn't shooting for audio. You guys watched the live press conference. Everybody said they could hear from my phone. So those are the two ladies right there, actually, that is on YouTube right now. Those two ladies that were behind Sam with the fan or with the phone are the ladies that did the petition. And so, yeah, it was good stuff. All right, kids, I'm out. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, you better call before this thing ends, because I'm going to leave you with, I don't know, one of the clips from earlier, Patrick coming. One of my favorite clips is well, that's Patrick exiting the building here in slow motion. I don't do a very good job of catching this one. Sorry about that. I was trying to get y'all video footage live on the phone. I haven't even looked at the live video if it got the exit well, but on this one, because it was slow motion, they're still usable. And that's Pepperball right there. Y'all remember I talked about Pepperball when I got back from jail. And that's double black. That's double black eye, right? No, that's not double black eye. There's Patrick. So let me see here. I got a couple more shots I was gonna. Not that one. Not that one. I like that Cripple Creek shot though. I'm gonna end it with this one. I'm gonna end it with this shot. Thanks for watching, guys. I may be back on later today. I may not. I don't know. We'll see how the day runs. It's a Saturday. The caravan coming in. I talked to that guy yesterday, Mr. Bud. He called me back about my complaint that I filed with the Cripple Creek police. He's supposed to be investigating it. We'll see what happens. The big investigation into the harassment of Dad with a phone. I doubt it. I doubt anything will happen. Oh, I did not. And someone hollered, Patrick, did you regret it? Yeah, that was Shelly, the lady about that was the lady from the petition. Balls away. She dropped it. She said, "Or do you regret it, Patrick?" That was Shelly from the she doesn't yell it in this. She yells it when he leaves. She yelled. That was Shelly, the petition lady. So that was pretty funny, actually. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the live video of that because I was recording in slow motion, but it was on the Facebook video. No, that was a golden moment right there. People were texting me, telling me to yell stuff, and I was like, I ain't yelling nothing. But yeah, Shelly, the petition lady yelled, "Do you regret it, Patrick?" That was a ballsy move. Yeah, that was crazy. People kept texting me saying they wanted me to yell something. I was like, I ain't doing it, kids. Do you understand? They already want to arrest me. They already want me gone. And then you try to get me to yell something. Ain't happening. That's not if she would have yelled that in court, like if you would have said that out in the courtroom, you would be held in contempt. Now, outside, it's not, you can say whatever the hell you want. But, yeah, Roman had tried to get me to say something. Bobby tried to get me in trouble. I ain't trying to get in trouble. I ain't trying to draw undue attention. Y'all see, I'm trying to get camera shots here. This is going to pay my bills. Netflix is going to be airing this shot right here. Nobody else got this shot. And I got this shot in 4K. And there's only one arraignment. There was only one day he was going to show up. There's only one caravan. And when they're making a movie, they need this. You can't get this anywhere else. Nobody else got this shot. You can go get your news clips. You can go get your news shot. I shot this in Canon Log 4K, buddy. So I'm more worried about my video at this point. This guy, Patrick Frazee. Did he do it? Craziness. Craziness.